If you've been around any discussions on how to study better, then I'm certain that you've heard of the Pomodoro technique. The commonest form of this is studying for 25 minutes and then taking a 5-minute break and then repeating that cycle multiple times. But here's the thing, the Pomodoro technique is grossly overrated. I'm not saying it is entirely bad. It's really good if you're deeply struggling with motivation or focus. And it also turns studying into a type of game. But the problem is, it's basically like driving a car whose engine stalls every few miles. What do I mean by that? Well, there's a thing called resumption lag, which is basically when you get distracted, it takes you a certain amount of time to regain the level of focus that you had. And studies on this show that this amount of time could be up to 20 minutes or maybe even more. So when you're studying for 25 minutes and then you're resting for 5 minutes, it's gonna take you 20 minutes plus or minus to regain the focus that you had. So you're really only studying at top efficiency for 5 minutes and then you're stopping yourself. Every time I tried this form of Pomodoro, I found that my productivity was actually lower compared to if I just sat down and done 2 hours straight without a break. And this is another problem with Pomodoro. It's a one-size-fits-all solution. Every single person can focus for a different amount of time. What if you, as a person, you can focus uninterrupted for 40 minutes? Why then would you break your focus after 25 minutes? Or maybe you're someone who can focus for hours. In that case, Pomodoro is just destroying your productivity. This is also another shortcoming of the Pomodoro. It's not fit for tasks that require an extended amount of focus. And another problem is it could give you a false sense of accomplishment because you're prioritizing time over tasks. So maybe you spend 25 hours doing some really shallow learning or studying, and then you feel like, oh yeah, I finished the Pomodoro cycle. So these are the problems with the Pomodoro technique. You're basically breaking your own focus when you don't even need it. And if you're struggling with consistency or motivation, there are other things that you can do, like trying the 5-minute method, which I'll be making a video on soon, so look out for that. Finally, if you really want to use the Pomodoro technique, then try to increase the duration of the cycle. Pomodoro could actually be really helpful if you're doing it as deep work blocks. For example, if you do an hour or an hour and a half of studying, followed by 30 minutes of break. This way you get the benefits of the Pomodoro, which is the break that you get to take, while also not shooting yourself in the foot by intentionally breaking your focus when you don't need to. If you want to learn how to get top grades while only studying 1 hour per day, you can check out my ebook, the first link in the description. And if you found this content helpful, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss future uploads. Do your best out there and good luck.